All right, everybody. Looks like everything's set up. We're here for the championship game. Give me a sec to make sure everybody's in. Let me see here. Let me turn off the sound. So should be a pretty good game. We got the Hounds versus the Ents. The Ents are the only team to beat the Hounds. They beat the Hounds in week one after a couple of injuries and some turnovers. They were able to pull out the win. The Hounds have the top overall yardage gaining offense and pretty solid defense, but the Ents defense has been really good, especially against the run. Their defense has been pretty solid all season. They had a couple of really good games in the playoffs to get them here. So we will go ahead and get the game started. I will say that after this, probably tomorrow, either later tonight or tomorrow, I'll be posting the stuff for next season. So we'll look at next week doing the free agency. So I'll get that, get some questions out about what's a good day for everybody to do free agency, and we'll do that next week. Do free agency and the draft, so we can get started with the next season. We got about 4 or 5 new owners that'll be joining us, so it should be nice. So let's go ahead and click our first game, or click the championship game, see what happens here. So big all season, of course, Sothale MVP, and then for the Ants, Crid has been solid. Men has had a really good playoff so far, and of course they get a little Dusk Runner getting most of the yards for them for the Ants. So here's the lineup, and we'll go ahead and get started. So here we go. First run. Oh, nothing. First run. Sothale gets the ball. Sothale gets the outside, and Sothale has a nice, solid, big run to start the game. And Scrapchin. Oh, nice little pass. A few yards. Iney. Oh, big play. Blaine. Nice catch. Ooh, this is a pretty quick start for the Hounds. Sothale runs across. Oh, gets stopped at the goal line. Can they hold them at the goal line? And no, Sothale with a big catch. Dust Flare gets the ball, so Hounds up 1-0. Track doesn't go anywhere. Crid gets stopped. This is not a good start for the Ants. And Jesco with a big catch on the outside. Ooh, Jesco breaks a tackle. Track can't tackle, and Jesco in for the touchdown. This is a terrible start for the Ants, and then an interception. Ooh, this is not a good beginning of this game. It's third down, but they get a stop here. They finally get a stop, so see if the Ents can calm themselves and get back into the game. Track goes nowhere. Crid can't go anywhere. Their offense is really struggling. And Sothale gets around the outside. Sothale breaks and gets another touchdown. 3-0. Ooh, this is a bad start. I think the Hounds have been stewing over that loss all season. Their only loss was to the Ants, and I think they're pretty upset about it. But here comes the Track, who's I have a feeling won't be playing for the Ants next year. But Crid, big run for Crid, gets the outside. Okay. And Dust Flare. They can get a score here. They can get back in it. All things down. Flip the field position. And Crid breaks some tackles. Crid, nice run. Gets him back in this game. Now can they get a stop? Dust Flare just sitting on the ground, not doing anything. Sothale gets the outside. Oh, Sothale just seems to be able to get around. His speed is able to get around these Ants defenders. And Jesco with a big catch. And the thing that the Ants' strength has really not shown through so far this game. Their defense is having real struggles. And Blaine with the score. So back to a 3-point game. Maybe the Ants men barrels over his guy covering him, get some nice yards. Maybe this will wind up being a shootout. 2nd and 10. Crid. Oh, I thought he was going to break that. And little pass. Oh, out of bounds. Ants can't get anywhere. Oh, past that. Can Crid stop him? Yeah, Crid's able to pull him down. Sotheo can't go anywhere. They stop finally on Sotheo. Can they get a scratch in? Yeah, scratch is not going to be able to run that. Okay, well, back to men. Maybe turn it around right here. Get back to 2 points. Crid broke a tackle, but there's just too many defenders on him. Duskflare's not doing anything. And it's looking bad. If the defense can start holding up, but no, once again, Sotheo showing why he's MVP. And Jesco had some nice catches this season. Oh, a pick. Julian. He gets a big pick, gets a nice catch. He doesn't want to lose this game. They're still scrapping. See if they can come back. And 3rd down, Duskflare goes nowhere. Well, this is a big difference from the early game this season. The Hounds are pretty much controlling this game almost every facet. And wide open, Jesco will get that catch. Sotheo runs the outside. They just aren't able to stop that little outside run by Sotheo. And he gets 5-1. The Ants have had a great, Ants beat, I think it was week 1, is either week 1 or week 2 that the Ants beat the Hounds, and they beat them 5-4. But it's not looking like that here. This is really looking one-sided. The Ants have had a pretty nice playoff run. I mean, they were underdogs in a couple of games. We're able to turn it around, but I don't know, this is looking pretty dire here with less than half the game to go. Crid drops the interception. Sotheo, he is just unstoppable. So 6-1. Since this is a championship, we won't fast forward this, but this one looks to be pretty much over. Yeah, Trees finally got taken down. They had a really nice season, made the championship game. So, and they've got a young team, a couple of rookies, pretty young, all their stars are pretty young. So they should be back for a while. I don't think their salary cap was super high. So hopefully they'll do okay in free agency and keep most of their roster. Crid. Just the defense is just shutting down the Ants. They just aren't able to do anything. Now with the trade block in there, I think that little tract will be able to be put on the trade block next year, and you'll probably not be on this team. Hopefully you can get yourself a 3rd runner that's worth something. Sotheo is just doing it all. And 15 plays to go. Game looks about over. Oh, a little fumble recovery by the Ants. Still fighting. Men gets a nice catch. Men might get a score. No, not quite. But the Ants might get something here. And they do. They get a little point at the end, but it's a little late. Not enough time to come back. Playing another catch. So as I was saying earlier, we'll go ahead and we'll look to next week. I'm going to be posting some times, see what are some good times for folks so we can do the free agency and the draft. anybody that isn't able to make it, we'll wind up just letting the CPU do it for them. But we'll try to pick a time that we'll put a little poll up and try to pick a time that'll work for the most people. We've got a couple overseas folks, so I'm thinking maybe even July 4th or Saturday might be good days to do it, because we could do it early in the morning in the U.S. and give the folks overseas a chance to get involved as well. Alright, well that is it. What a crushing defeat of the Ents. It was really just they could not get any offense going, and Sothale just took it all. So Sothale is the MVP of the first championship for the Hounds, and MVP of the season, and MVP of the championship. So that is it for us. So I will be posting the polls next for next week to see what we're going to do as far as getting prepared for next season. And again, we have about 4 or 5 new owners, so hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a few more people joining us next season. So good season all. I guess I'll see you guys on Discord. Take care.